So I've decided to try my hand at live commentary, and if it doesn't do well, I can then change and try to make it a post commentary. We are in the first match against Borussia Dortmund, which is reported to play worse against 4-2-3-1 formation than any other. Very little time playing against a 4-5-1 like the defensive kind that I tend to prefer. But I think I've decided that despite my uncomfort usually with formations that don't use defensive midfielders, I will give a go to the 4-2-3-1. I will proceed to the team selection. So this is my choice. Starting 11 with Santiago Garcia and Igniowski playing slightly out of position with darker green. Gazzi playing out of position in an orange one, centre back, and Obraniak up top as a complete forward support. No, I think I will change it back to Poche since I have an attacking playmaker there. Aaron Hunt has been playing very well for us there, and in the right wing, and Children with his low mental attributes has also been doing well in the 2 or 3 friendlies that I have used him. I've chosen the centre backs due to their superior speed. I will see who are here. Fast people, some decent stats in the mentals. Very fast. Maybe too fast to play a very high defensive line, but that was my initial idea. The main creating player should be this one. So I set that as only friendly instruction, only opposition instruction. The Blackchowski is very fast and very as Marco Royce. So I will use with them in the standard close than always and tight marking never that I use against that kind of players in the wing. Dortmund is not a rival, but they are a good team. I will follow the assistant manager recommendation and then try to cheer them up with passionate. That's not the kind of team talk I usually do. I rarely use passionate, but I think this time I will. As our opponents, I think I will keep that out to keep better defensive shape, and I will change nothing else. So where are the green guys, the green dots? One of the ideas I have about playing people out of positions, apart from whatever it might happen in terms of making poor decisions, is that the players, at being everything else the same, will tend to drift towards their natural position. That means Santiago Garcia, who is playing here as a centre back but is naturally a left back, will tend to drift more to the left than a natural centre back in that position would do. And Igniowski being naturally a midfielder, will tend to drift toward the center and more forward than the unnatural fullback, and the less familiar he is within a position that they are played, the more they will tend to drift away from the natural position of a player that plays there towards the one that they are familiar with. This time I have set up the corner attacking, and thus far it has worked. When from the right side, I have set it to short, to near post, and when from the left side, to the 6-yard box, I think, or perhaps the area. Well, I was saying the less natural a player is in his position, the more he will drift away from that natural position towards the one that is his natural position. What a miss! That was a spectacular miss. I will see a little more before changing the highlights. It seems they tend to close down more when we are higher up the pitch. So I'd retain position and lower tempo and see what happens from that. Almost another goal. So I think I thought that. So another thing that what has been seen in this save so far in the friendlies is that during the highlights, indeed, while Santiago Garcia has not shown to be drifting too much when out of the ball from his centre back position, he has shown much more disposition to run to close down people in the left wing, the right wingers of the position side, and double up on them with the player used in the left back position. On the other hand, Chniowski played in the left back position has some tendency to close down people in the middle and to change with Santiago Garcia going to the center while Santiago Garcia goes to the left. Similarly, Gabriel Selassie, when playing in the right winger position, has dropped during defense clearly more than the left winger that was played in natural position, like in the first match was Elia. However, when I go to the analysis screen and look upon the average positions, I find out that the dots belonging to them don't seem to be differently placed than the equivalent at the other side. So Chniowski in the left back position seems to be placed around the same width and depth than the right back, and Santiago Garcia similarly to the center and depth than the other center back that is natural. Equally, Gabriel Selassie will show in the average positions to be placed at the right side of the pitch, the same as the natural winger in the left side of the pitch. So perhaps there were some highlights that are not that meaningful in the total scheme of things, or it's not really clear what is done by the analysis of average positions. I've seen that they have using a 4-4-2 with two fast strikers, so I will be changing the formation to a one more defensive anchor man and back Fred is. I will see what fast players I might have to do the defensive position. So indeed, Bergfred is the fastest man on that side. So I will be playing more conservative. I will leave it at that and only change this kind of instructions. I will be more defensive. The stand of opponents might be too much. So that is what I will be doing so far, and I will be telling this player to be marking the less fast striker that I think is Mkhitaryan, to keep a superiority of 3 against 2 in defense against their strikers. Let's see how this goes. Okay, Bridge has been warned. Therefore, should he pick a yellow card, I will set instructions to mark him tight. And I forgot to do something. In the previous, that is, place Santiago Garcia to the left and put Massa in his place. Not too sure about that because Massa, well, he has a good pace, has poor acceleration. I think I will also not change the role of cross from advanced to deep line for playmaker. Of course, the match analysis in the department of average positions would be very meaningful about Santiago Garcia after the chances that I made, bringing him to the left side from the center. But Kuniowski's should still be a meaningful position. So that's a change of center backs. and that's their comeback, so I will be changing back to the previous. And see what happens with that. I will keep the drop deeper, and that will be it. One of the rare throw-ins in my defensive half that is not thrown directly to the opposition, but that is not a thing that safe to say. Every throw back in the defensive half is immediately lost. This game is bugged. That makes very much sense. Consider this: when you have a throw-in from your defensive half or the defensive half of a team, what is more likely to end in an opportunity that's worth a highlight? When it gets to the intended target or when it is lost. Lost chance, but that's fine. Not every chance has to be taken, so that should have been on target at the very minimum. He was not marked, he was alone, and he should have not had that miss. So I will do a change that is taking Sladurov off the pitch, or I will bring him to the other side. In fact, tell you what, I will change both wings. In the right, Gabriel Selassie, and in the left, Yildirim. Gabriel Selassie is most experienced. I will tell him that, and to this I will tell him that, and those both are depth in thought. I will remove the shorter passing so that they will dare to make longer passes, perhaps on space for the faster guys ahead to take advantage of. And they have had a player run onto the ball that was controlled by a teammate. That's one kind of action that I don't see by far as often in real football as I see in this game, and it kinds of annoy me a little. But then again, I don't watch that much real football to really know if that is actually that rare or frequent of an event. a pity of a cross had it found its target that would have been a goal. And for me, that is a kind of play that is more worth of being called almost a chance than many shots that are done and considered so by many, like long shots when there's a lot of people in between with chances to block the ball and very narrow spaces for the ball to reach the goal, or when being from short range, the player is marking the ball carrier tightly and hence leaving him little room to maneuver and making it basically that he may be close but he has only one way to hit the ball to. So the goalkeeper has an easy task to know where he will shoot at, to throw himself there and stop the ball. So those aren't as good chances as they might look. So I tell that they are happy. Like, comment and subscribe if you feel like that, and don't if you don't feel like that. Goodbye.